Hi, I'm Stephen Glickman, Operations Director for the Peak Fleet. When my son was 5.5 months old, he had a liver transplant. I knew from that moment that I had to make sure that my son had health insurance to cover any expenses that may arise from his care. Years later, I got divorced, and I knew that I needed the same job to ensure that I could afford to live, take care of my kids, now 3 of them, and also maintain health insurance for my son. Later, I remarried, and I could have joined my wife's health insurance, and I could have earned less money. But by then, I felt that taking care of myself and my children was my responsibility and nobody else's. And I was close to retiring and eligible for a pension. I killed myself to keep that job. But then, when my kids were grown, and my son couldn't be on my insurance anymore anyway, and I was eligible to collect a pension, I retired at the earliest opportunity. Security was never a vague concept for me. I lived security for 27 years, every single day, and I'm glad I did. During the current crisis, I have had my pension and low-cost health care. I don't have to worry about losing my job or losing my place to live like millions of other people. After years of blood, sweat, and tears, I have the security I always wanted. Now I'm a member of the Peak Fleet, and I get to do some things I've always wanted to do. My job has flexibility, I get to be creative, I get to work with people to make themselves better and to help teams function better. That all sounds good, and I believe it is. But I can tell you I never stopped asking myself if the trade-off of opportunity was worth the security. I also asked myself if it was okay to prioritize security when part of me always knew that security was an illusion. Brian asked, what's the opposite of your value and how would you feel if you couldn't live that value? But my question to you is, what if you do get to live your value? What could my life have been if I'd embraced risk instead of security? Could risk have served my values better than security did? Which is why I believe it's crucial to consider 2 things. First, that your values are a system that work together to guide your life. And second, you have to project where those values are going to take you. What kind of life are your values going to make for you? One day you'll look back on your life. What will you see? If security is a top value for you too, make it work for you. Use the safety and freedom security can cultivate to serve all your values. Lean on your values in times of crisis and make sure your decisions reflect them. And finally, never stop challenging yourself to answer if the path you're on still reflects your values or if your values are changing. Stay safe, stay home, stay healthy, and we'll see you when this crisis is over.
I hope you enjoyed that video. We're making our way through all 55 values in the Peak Values card deck. We're examining living with intention and within your values, especially during this time of the COVID-19 crisis. We want to hear from you, so please leave comments here on social media, on YouTube, or you can reach us at info@thepeakfleet.com. If you visit our website, you can find our Peak Values card deck under the product page and also learn about our other services. I hope you stay safe and healthy, and we'll talk to you soon.